Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's panel discussion. I'm K. Bhavna, your host for the evening. Today, we are going to discuss on the topic how conversational AI is driving the market disruption. We have a set of panelists who are going to share their insights and experiences on the same. So, what are we discussing in this panel discussion? We are answering three questions. Number one being the benefits and challenges of conversational AI, its impact on various businesses, and the ethical considerations surrounding its use. As we all know, conversational AI is deeply rooted in our daily lives. From chatbots to virtual assistants, conversational AI is everywhere, and the trend is here to continue. Conversational AI has the potential to transform customer service, enhance the efficiency of the businesses, and completely change the user experience journey. The use of conversational AI changes how businesses interact with their customers by doing two things. What are they? By automating the processes and optimizing the operations. To sum it up, conversational AI is here to change the entire user journey, and in this panel discussion, we are going to discuss it how. Before I dive into the discussion, let me introduce the panel for the day. Going clockwise, to start with, I have Mr. Amandeep Singh, Senior Analyst, Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. To his left, I have Mr. Umang Thakur, who heads Communication and Collaboration Domain at Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. To his left, we have Ms. Sona Malika Roy, Director Sales. And lastly, we have Mr. Apurv Dal Bhakta, who spearheads BPM and Process Automation at Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. Thank you guys for joining in. So without doing any further ado, diving straight into the discussion, Amandeep, can you please throw some light on the growing buzz across conversational AI and its potential growth that you see in the future?
Thank you, Bhavana, first of all, for having me here with these great panelists today and giving me this opportunity on talking about this, my favorite topic, conversational AI today. So talking about conversational AI, I have been working with various vendors and end users as the journey of my, projects and Quadrant Knowledge Solutions. And I have been talking to them on various topics of conversational AI. And I have come across, when we talk about conversational AI, I have heard that the chatbot itself is considered as conversational AI. But it has an entire history behind it. The conversational AI has evolved from chatbot to being a conversational AI system today in this world. And I would like to drive you through this evolution of, or we can say the journey of the conversational AI that has been here today with us and how it came to this place. So when you have many of us have interacted with the chatbots, taking it as a conversational AI, but actually it's just a scripted bot which has a proper flow of content and those are just one-time response. You cannot converse with them, and that's where it started with the scripted chatbot system. It started where you can just have a flow of system and you cannot converse with it. And moving to next, when we talk about the inceptive AI chatbot, the AI itself gives the room to the variance in the chatbot. For example, if I give a certain task to every panel over here, every panelist over here, everyone will do the same tasks differently. So that means they will show us some kind of variance between the work they do. And that's what the main focus is of the conversational system today. It is right. The conversational AI system is complete focus on the dialogue system to handle the human variance that we show, that everyone shows usually. And the second, the advancement that I was talking about, the inceptive AI chatbot, these kinds of chatbot that evolved from the scripted chatbot were having labeled data under supervised machine learning. For example, to tell you about the labeled data, we interacting with chatbots, we could enter our email IDs, we could enter the phone numbers, and those set of data have been labeled as email data. Those set of phone number data has been named labeled as a phone number data, and so we can interact with the chatbot in that similar way. And after the inceptive AI chatbot, we had the AI advanced chatbot after that, which was based on the historical data and was completely based on unsupervised machine learning. But it also has its some drawbacks, that it cannot cater to the multiple intents that a human shows, right? So then to solve this problem, we have the we have some extreme level good conversational AI system available today. Many of us are using ChatGPT 3, right? It shows the tendency or ability to cater to multiple user intents and converse with us more naturally, right? And that's what we are trying to achieve here. The main goal of conversational AI is to converse with the human more naturally. It can converse and understand the multiple intents that a user brings along with him on the table. And when you talk about a trend, in conversational AI, one of the trend that I see is the consolidation trend. Now, what is this consolidation trend? So basically, many of us has been using various AI tools that are available in the market at right current time, and for example, just let's take that you want to post a YouTube video. You can just go to ChatGPT 3. You can ask, you can give it a beautiful prompt of having a 5-minute video script on a, for example, global warming topic. And moving to that, you will have a different AI tool for voice modulation. You can module your voice over there on that AI tool, and moving to a different AI tool, you can edit your videos over there. So the trend would be like that. Everything will be consolidated under one platform, and you will have this at one place. Just give a prompt of a video that you want to show, and you will get the video in your hand. Now this comes with the generative AI technology that is working of creating data from the trained patterns, creating new data from those patterns, and this will be we'll be seeing this as a trend. And I think this trend is taking a shape with the launch of GPT-4 in the past week, right? Its ability of the multimodal capabilities, I think this trend is taking exact shape that we will be looking in the current future.
Wow, these were some amazing insights on how conversational AI has evolved over the years and what it has in the future for businesses and industries across. Moving straight to Umang. So what's your take on the trends across conversational AI, and how is it impacting or shaping the industries?
Right. Thanks, Bhavna. So I'll use one word, which is personalization, I think, and I'll kind of support that by saying, I'm sure everybody in the room would agree to me that one size doesn't fit all. So all of your customers' needs and preferences are unique, and hence you need a unique conversational AI. Conversational AI does have the flexibility, the capability to offer personalized experience. It understands your patterns, buying patterns, it understands your interactions, and then it kind of recommends suggestions accordingly, and which makes the overall customer experience very good. Another way that AI, conversational AI basically understands is through the machine learning algorithms. They both work in tandem. They understand the user perspectives over a period of time, and then they lead to the customer experience being again good. The third, what I feel is that over a period of time, when you have, the user has interacted, so there's a lot of experience, there's a lot of data. So the historical data, and you can totally understand where the customer is coming from, what is he likely to purchase, what is he likely to say. So using AI algorithms, again, they are going to, give customer what they want without them asking. So all of this, what I just talked about, was not possible earlier. I think we've matured into a much better way of customer interaction, and I think conversational AI is doing a tremendous job here. It is not only engaging users, it is enhancing the overall experience and thus resulting in business growth.
Definitely, Umang, I agree with you. The industry is going to change by leaps and bounds, and it would be exciting to see how businesses leverage conversational AI into their system. So my next question will be to the entire panel. What are some of the major obstacles or setbacks that businesses might encounter while implementing conversational AI solutions? And what are the steps that can be taken to overcome it if it has happened, or avoid it altogether?
Thanks, Bhavna. Let's take a step back. So what's actually happening here as we are sitting here is we are having a conversation, right? So what I'm trying to say here is there are 3 steps or 3 processes that are involved in conversational AI. Let's go through them one by one and understand that process. So automatically we'll realize what are the areas for improvements. But having said that, there is a word of caution, right? Or a heeding word, I would say. Since the conversational AI in the market in its entirety is new, so I think we can say that whatever conversational AI has come so far, I think it's done a great job, right? So let's begin. First of all, conversational AI takes in humongous amounts of high quality and obviously high volume data on a continuous basis. But is that possible always? Not really. So the key here is the word high quality, right? So as long as the ingestion of the high quality data exists, I think conversational AI is good to go. So the first major area for improvement, real-time improvement, would be the high quality data ingestion. Let's move ahead. Once the high quality data is taken into the system, it is basically fed to the AI systems for a continuous improvement mechanism. And why are these AI models or the AI systems there in existence? It is in order to enhance the NLP, right? Now, as we all know, NLP is basically natural language processing, right? So enhanced and high level of accuracy of NLP is required at any given point of time, for which the AI models have to work real time with high quality data. The obvious question here is, why is high accuracy of NLP required? So basically, what is NLP required for, right? So what conversational AI again does, let's go back to the basics. It basically takes in information from in any format, text, voice, whatever, from a user, right? So it can happen that a user is communicating in multiple languages. Different users are communicating in different dialects, but the conversational AI system has to be smart enough to realize the intent of what is trying to be approached, right? Or the intent of that communication. And the intent of this communication will decide the personalization provided, personalized answers, personalized queries provided by the conversational AI platform. So second most important thing is basically real-time accuracy improvement of NLP. Let's go to the third. Now the conversational AI system is set. What next? So basically, once the system is set, you obviously need to integrate that system in a real-time and a holistic manner with the technological infrastructure of different organizations or different systems. But this is easier said than done. Let me tell you that, right? So this integration becomes complicated because the previous entire system is relatively very complicated even now, right? So basically, three areas for improvements, or as Bhavna mentioned, obstacles. One is ensuring sustained and high quality data. The second would be real-time improvement of the accuracy of NLP. And obviously the third would be holistic and seamless integrations with the technology infrastructure of systems. So that would be my take. Thank you.
So Sona, next we would like to hear from you. What are the benefits that you see of conversational AI to the businesses? If you can elaborate it for us and our audience.
So Bhavna, what I think is that conversational AI is transforming the entire way in which businesses are now interacting with their end users or customers, right? And when I say this, it's in terms of the data that they are collecting, in terms of what is the business preferences, what are the needs, what are the likings, dislikes, etc. So I, as a customer, on a day-to-day basis, I'm interacting with various conversational AI platforms. It could be virtual assistants, it could be bots. And what's happening in the process is that, the data is getting collected. Now, when I say data, what kind of data? It's what do I like? What do I dislike? The consumer behavior, the patterns are getting tracked. So this data is very essential and important for organizations. Why it's important is because I am a customer for this organization, and this data can be utilized by the marketing firms or by these organizations to tailor make the content, keeping in mind what the audience wants, because they already know what my preferences are, what do I like. Not just this, even if they have a personalized marketing campaigning, they can utilize it in the most effective manner. So I think depending upon the use case, which is being implemented, organizations are going to benefit out of that. And let's take a simple example of a financial institution. So some financial institution has implemented a chatbot, okay? Now, I am a customer and I may have a lot of queries. I may have general level of complaints. And when I direct these questions, it's a chatbot who identifies what these questions are, and it helps me resolve it and provides an immediate response. Now, let's take a step further. The chatbot is intelligent. So based on the information that I've keyed in, it then plans out the kind of investment options that I may like to look at. So it tells me you can look at option A, B, or C based on, my risk appetite and things like that. So here, if you see, organizations are benefiting twofold. So one is it's engaging with the customer. So that's customer engagement is enhanced because, it's suggesting a set of alternatives and it's an intelligent one, not something which is not able to follow. And second is, when the customer is agitated and he's anxious. So there's an immediate response. So, all my queries are satisfied. I hope this gives you a perspective.
Definitely, definitely. So, post this aggressive discussion, I'm sure our audiences are left with a lot of questions. So, we are going to address a few of them. So, we are taking the first question. Anybody from the audience?
So I'm Pradnya, and my question is, with the hype of conversational AI like ChatGPT-3, so do you think it will replace human jobs in the future?
I would like to take this. Thank you for asking this question, firstly. And I think this question in itself gives us a topic of another panel discussion that we can do about this. So when you talk about the conversational AI systems like ChatGPT-3 or GPT-4 that is recently launched will take about the human jobs. There are different perspectives. I am sure again we the panelists might show again the variance here, but let me crisp this and give you an exact answer that you need. So to know that will it replace your job, you need to know what conversational AI is capable to do, right? So basically the GPT-3 that you're concerned about, GPT-3 is completely based upon generative AI technology, right? So this technology, what it exactly does, how it can it is catering your mind to that it might replace my job, is that the historical data that it is feeded on, it has the ability to create new data patterns from the existing data that is being fed on and give new data from those patterns, create a new data pattern. And that's what I think bothers people when you think about the marketing aspects and the sales aspects, pushing articles or even writing codes, because it is that capable of doing it. I think that's the thing bothering to people a lot. But I want you to understand this. Years back, with the advent of the calculator, right? When calculator was invented, many mathematicians thought that their jobs will get easily replaced. But only true mathematicians use calculator to solve problems faster. And I think that same perspective we can use it here, right? Only we can use conversational AI to solve problem more faster. It won't replace jobs, because there are some aspects to it. I would like to take you through that. I think the conversational AI systems lacks the cognition system that the human intellect caters. The emotional intelligence, the critical thinking aspect, it lacks with some of those aspects. And I think human intelligence is much more apart from the conversational AI system at this current point of time. So when you talk about job roles, I think the dynamics of the jobs might change. So let me phrase you this: a conversational AI system may not be able to replace you, but a person using conversational AI system to solve problem faster may be a threat for you guys. Because the why I'm talking a person using conversational AI system might replace you, so you need to understand it's a history, right? Let's just take an example. In the previous time, when the banking sector was given a boom of computerization and digitalization took place in the banking sector, many people in India revolted against that revolution, that we don't want to use computers and we are good with the basic things. But just tell me now, will a bank survive with the digitized computer or not using computer? It's not possible, right? Because it is solving much more problems. So the point here to note is that the landscape of jobs will change. It will create more opportunities for the people, so that conversational AI system will augment with people and create more opportunities of jobs, and the dynamics of the job landscape will change. So yeah, so to conclude that, yes, there is no conversational AI system that can replace humans, but yes, you need to cope up with you need to realize this, that cohabitation with a conversational AI system will take you to a next level of upgradation.
I hope it perfectly answers the question. So there's a room for one more. We'll be taking one more question from the audience.
Hello guys, I'm Lakshmi. I have a question to the panelists. What according to you guys should be the focus area and the road that lies ahead for conversational AI?
So anybody from the panel can take it.
Yeah, I think I'll take it. It's a very interesting question and a very pertaining one, especially in the current times, right? So I think it is a two-pronged approach. Let's put it that way. The future and what the road ahead lies for conversational AI, right? There is a front-end approach or a front-end level answer to it and a back-end level approach to it as well. Let's start from the front-end level. When we use the terminology front-end, it obviously means customer-facing. What suits the customer or what system interacts with the customer, right? So basically what I want to say here is, any conversational AI platform should always persevere and strive itself to be a better omnichannel and omnichannel experience provider and a seamless experience provider, right? Now, why do I say this? Take Bhavna, let's take a small example, right? I am the customer and I'm interacting with the conversational AI system. I have some random query. For example, let me take the example of, I want to know what is the best fabric for a trouser, right? In that case, I'm typing this, right? The conversational AI system with all its humongous data and intelligence, it's providing me an answer, right? The very next second, I realize that I have some work and I need to go somewhere. And because of that, I don't have access to my hands, right? I'm driving, let's say. But I have access to the device. I have access to the conversational AI system. I want to continue my research, right? Because I'm in urgent need of the shopping, say. What do? I enable my device, say my mobile phone, and I start voice activation and I give a voice command, right? Now, ideally, the conversational AI system should understand that this query resolution should be in continuation to what happened previously, right? First of all, the system should be understanding that I, the person who was typing, so the text is coming from the same person and the voice is also belongs to the same person. So there should be that cognition, right? The language, the system should realize that the dialect or the tone of the language is the same, right? And the intention of why the communication is happening, that should also be noted by the system, and the system should be able to map both the profiles, the one of the typing person and the one of the voice one, to the same person, right? So this is meant by omni-channel experience or providing a seamless experience. Now we talked about the front end or the customer facing experience. Let's go to the back end, right? I'll first explain with an example and then come to my point, right? So basically, again, I am walking to Alexa and I again want a pair of trousers, right? I give a voice command to Alexa, hey Alexa, just suggest me a pair of trousers, right? Normally on Amazon, what happens, right? The filters that are provided, it's based on new who wears used, but yeah, new, whatever. Then it's based on the economics, it's based on the waist size, it's based on the color, it's based on the type and whatnot, right? That is the average application or the system that is functioning, right? But if my voice is connected to my persona, and assuming that Amazon has a persona, an entire persona mapped out for me in the backend, which is basically called as a person's persona or a customer data platform, right? CDP. If it is there in the backend and if the system is intelligent enough to map my voice to that persona, then there will be one more level of personalization. And that would be based on the time when I've searched it, based on the mood in which I've searched it, and based on my past buying preferences, I would again be provided with a much better and filtered version of personalization and suggestions. This will make it even more refined, right? And there are again two profits for what this happens, right? One is that I will buy it outright. I may not buy it outright, but the point is that a very good impression of this entire system will be created in my mind, and the chances of me returning to this system increases, right? So basically, integration of robust and real-time integration of conversational AI with the CDP platforms or personal personas of the people, right? So I think these are the couple of things which should be looked into in the near future by conversational AI. And as I again mentioned in the previous point as well, these are ongoing things. So I'm sure improvements will happen. So I'm excited.
That was a very detailed answer, Apurv. I hope it served your question. So yes, with this, we are moving towards the end of the panel discussion. I would request any of you to give a conclusive note.
Yeah, I think I have quite a weird thought, but I think nothing is weird in technology after all, right? So I want to take you guys quickly back to the era of the 90s. Before 97, 96, 95, there was just one name in the software industry that was ruling the roost. And I think that was Yahoo, right? Yahoo email, everyone had a Yahoo email, right? I had a Yahoo email, or for all we know. But ultimately, what happened was there was a technological break that happened in the entire industry. The internet literally broke because of something called as Google, right? And initially people just thought that it's just a search engine. It is searching the available information in the world and just presenting it to you. It basically was that. It is still that, right? But then Google happened, the search happened, Gmail happened, and the rest of it is history, right? So there are things that literally break the existing scenario, and there could be ahead as well. I'm not driving an analogy from a technology point of view, because I completely agree to the point that ChatGPT and Google search is two completely different things. However, on a strategy level, I'm just thinking out aloud, yes, there is Google now, but with the kind of technological advancements that are happening through ChatGPT started sometime in H2 22 or maybe earlier. And before we could get acclimatized to it, ChatGPT 4 has already arrived, right? Amandeep spoke so eloquently about it. So you never know what can happen, right? The next disruption might be around the corner, or something like the next disruption has already happened. Who knows? So I'm very excited about this space. And yes, we'll wait and watch. Thank you so much.
So yeah, I'll also give a conclusive note. Although I feel there is no conclusion to the conversational AI ever, because I love it so much. But to your point, Apurva, just to add on some points over that, I think the conversational AI system is just started. It's just the beginning of a new era, when we will be interacting with bots, robots, and whatnot. In that understands human very well. Till now, we would be interacting with a lot of machines, virtual assistants, but it lacked the ability of having this type of natural dialects, or understanding of this type of intents that we possess, right? And I'm so excited, guys, to see what is next for conversational AI in the future that is going to come. I think we might have more panel discussions over such topics, because I think conversational AI system like ChatGPT and other Google technology is the future. Thank you.
I would like to say I completely agree with you, Amandeep. It would be really interesting enough to see what conversational AI has under its fold and how businesses are going to inject that into the system. So I'm leaving this discussion on an open note. We are all eager enough to see how industry and businesses transform, and let's see what's in the future for us. So with this, we are closing here. Thank you so much, audience, for being here with us. Thank you, panelists, for taking out time for us.